the Vice President, Dr. Mahama and Bawumia, is the Vice President. He has had all the opportunity working with the President to do whatever he can do for this country. And let me be very, very fair to the sitting President. The sitting President has been fair to the Vice President. He's giving him all the opportunity to run this country. The man is tired. There's nothing new he can do. And that's a fact. Now with my friend and brother, JDM, he's been president before. We know that there's nothing new that my brother can be doing. The people of Ghana are looking for an alternative. That is exactly what it is. They are looking for an alternative. Fortunately, they have an alternative who can get the job done. With honesty, with selflessness, with competence, and with integrity, and with a big vision. So that's the difference. The people want change. And you have somebody who is ready to lead that change. So that's basically what it is. And people don't realize. You see, somehow, maybe because I don't talk too much, people think that, oh, but where did Aaron come from? And things like that. Again, the difference between an autobiography and a biography is the same content. One, you write it yourself, and the other one, somebody writes it for you. I've always hoped that people will write it for me. But if
it's time to write your own.
I have to write my own biography. No, because God has been great to me.
At your resignation announcement, September 25th, 2023, you said, all the promises made by the party leadership were never fulfilled, and indeed the divisive and hostile attacks on my person and my supporters remained for several years thereafter and have continued till this date. This was in reference to the very first one.
Yeah, the very first one.
Indeed. So my question is, this existed even at the time that President Akufo-Addo gave you that appointment. Why did you take it if you thought that the party was being unfair to you?
But Kems, I've been a founding member of the NPP. I've put my energy, my resources in bringing this party up. I believe in the ideals of the founding members of the party. Now, remember, I was the chairman of a group called the Young Executive Forum that really provided the financial resources for the development of the party from inception. That record is there. It is that same Young Executive Forum that brought to limelight people like Kojoba Radio of blessed memory, Kandapa, Minister for National Security, Kwabena Japan, Maria Osei Makmenu, all these Cecilia Dapa, all these great leaders of our party now, they were all from the Young Executive Forum. So I paid my dues. But it comes to a time when you have to make sure that you remain faithful to the ideals and not just to the party itself. I hope you understand. There's a difference. The ideals are there. Enterprise, private enterprise, making sure that you expand opportunities for people to unleash their own potential. Those are ideals that I believe in. But if I cannot get the party to be able to transform itself, to remain loyal to the ideals, what's the point in staying there? Then it means that I cannot. Yes, it's true. I'm a politician. As I speak now, I'm looking for power. But remember, I am also fighting for a cause. I'm fighting for a cause.
Yeah, so why did you take that appointment?
Yeah, but why not? Because and normally I don't like to say this, but the first time, you were talking about the first time I resigned, it took the party hierarchy to plead with me at that time, when I threatened to resign, to plead with me not to go out of the party. And so I felt that for a whole party to find me so valuable, to actually plead for me to stay in the party, that in itself meant that
But
I was... So
but the
if I
attacks
stayed
continued. Would you say that
yes,
there
of
was
course.
really true
And
forgiveness at that point?
well, basically, I've existed because of what I've said. So what I've said exactly goes to... But your question was why regardless, yes. So I'm talking about the faith in the ideals.
Okay.
You know, but the party itself, they know that they have to transform.
And
they have to go through that transformation.
So are your ideals now as Movement for Change any different from that of the NPP?
I've gone beyond that.
Okay.
I've gone beyond those ideals.
Okay.
What the movement now is talking of ideals, which is not just complementary, but actually taking it much, much further.
On the subject of the NPP,
yes.
4 people were removed from the party because of you.
Yeah.
Where are they now?
Oh, they are still with me.
Okay.
Because it's about principles. And frankly, you just look at the people who they have our principles. I mean, they believe not just what I am, what I stand for, but also the fact that they themselves are fighting for a certain cause, you know. And so I don't think there's a problem with that.
There is the belief that there are those still within the party who have suffered repercussions because of the support for you prior to your leaving the party.
Yeah.
Should they leave the NPP and join you soon? If, you know, I mean.
Well, normally I try to leave that to their own
But are you
judgment.
surprised that that's happening? That, you know, people are suffering consequences because they support you even before you left?
But absolutely, and it is bad. You know, for me, how can a party that claims to believe, you know, in the values that, I mean, the founders of the party established, be punishing people because they are fighting for a certain cause? But it is counterproductive, because let me tell you one thing. You see, somehow the two dominant parties, and I hear this conversation all the time. Oh, that we have, you know, 6 million people. They don't have it, I'm telling you. They don't have it. If between the two parties, their core membership, and you can check it, their core membership, meaning those who have registered, their core membership, in this case, may not even be 1 million, more than 1 million each.
Okay.
What they are having are sympathizers and floating voters, independent voters. Okay. I'm telling you, the core members.
And you think you have what it takes to close.
But that's the whole thing. Okay. But I'm not here to debate anybody. Let's wait. We'll meet at the general election. Because what I'm saying is that there are people who were looking for an alternative. They are not card-bearing members. But the 6 million people that vote for the parties, they are not registered core members of the party. There's a large number of people out there who can make a decision anyway that, look, we don't think that the party as they stand now can take us any further.
Do you think you are reaching that large number?
You see, I came out of the party and some of my old colleagues were making noises. He can leave. He doesn't, you know, nobody will follow, he can leave. I just made one statement. And I decided that let me go to the stronghold of my former party.
Right.
I was just having a health walk. You saw how many people came? 70% of the crowd who were waiting in Ashanti region just to come to the could not even get to Kumasi. So, well, let's meet at the general election. That's what I would say.